So there's a day I played Pop Champagne by Dr. Sid in the club. And, you know, being a DJ, it has elements of soca music. And I always said, I listen to it now and I'm like, Don Jazzy and the Mohits, All Stars, and all of them were just ahead of us at the time. Like, that's what it is. Like, they had been exposed to different types of sounds that a lot of Nigerians were not aware of.
If it ain't Jism, it ain't it.
My name is Akindeji Kehinde. I am a project manager by day, a DJ and producer by night. I was born in Nigeria, Ikoyi, Lagos. My childhood, I'm an only child, two loving parents. Seen them struggle from the bottom and get themselves to the top. I've just seen my parents work hard and I just had to pick that up for myself. But my dad is a big influence in my life, to be honest. He's always loved music and he's always been the person that has pushed me towards doing music. Maybe not to the full extent that I have now, but just watching him Saturday mornings, like he'd buy a subwoofer and be like, I'm gonna put this in the car. Like, was interesting because, you know, they'll come pick me up from school with the car and it's like, my friend's like, oh, can I come in your car with you? Can you drop me at home? Just so they can hear the quality of music at the time. I was the kid in the class that always had the new music. And then I played these songs and then people would be like, yo, can I get the song? Can I do this? Can I do that? And then literally we would just have like a table of like 6 phones like connected through infrared, transferring songs to each other. It was funny now that I think about it. It's definitely what opened my eyes to maybe this is for you. I feel coming here has definitely broadened my horizons of music. I would say a genre that I've learned by just being in Canada is dancehall and soca music, because that is not something a lot of Nigerians listen to. So there's a day I played Pop Champagne by Dr. Sid in the club. And, you know, being a DJ, it has elements of soca music. And I always said, I listen to it now and I'm like, Don Jazzy and the Mohits, All Stars, and all of them were just ahead of us at the time. Like, that's what it is. Like, they had been exposed to different types of sounds that a lot of Nigerians were not aware of. And Don Jazzy is one person that, you know, based on my producing history, has always been the guy that I look up to. And yeah, that's why, like, even now, like, I don't make music because I feel it's cool. I feel like I make music that, you know, I can make a song 2 years ago and be like, okay, I want to drop it now. And it will still sound as good as it used to. Just being in a diaspora and connecting with these people, it's like, sometimes I sit there, I'm like, we can make anything. Like, we just have to choose what we want to sit on and just keep going at it. Africans are the most adaptable people in the world, in my opinion. We can adapt to any situation and any problem and make it our own. I'm not saying we're gonna make problems our own problems, but I think it comes with adapting. And like, it's funny because we think a lot of these Afrobeats songs come from Africa, but there's a lot of diaspora artists that, you know, for example, there's a guy named Odile. He's in the UK, right? He makes authentic Afrobeats music. And, you know, you would think he's been in Nigeria for all his life, but he's lived in the UK. Being able to be in a different country and still tap in back home and understand what the culture is, and also fuse it with the situations that's going on in your life where you currently are, it takes a lot. And I think that's the bigger part of adapting, and being able to take sounds from, you know, where you are and also fuse it with who you are. It's 2 different things. Nigerians would always make and be able to make any type of music. Or Africans as a whole, to be honest, not just Nigerians. I'm saying this because I'm Nigerian, but Africans as a whole, we can make any type of music that we wanted to make because we're rooted. We've been all over the world to a certain point. We're very well traveled. Sade, for example, yeah, she maybe, I don't really know too much about her childhood or know about her past. She may have been raised in a super Nigerian home, right? And then she gets into the jazz scene and she just becomes a jazz artist because she knows she can read certain things and be able to become that person. Even for me, as an example, it's like some people don't know I'm Nigerian because when I walk into a room, I can adapt to situations and I can be like, unless maybe it gets to a point where my accent kind of just drops. I'm like, oh, this guy's Nigerian, okay. But I'm not walking into a club and saying I'm a Nigerian DJ. I'm just a DJ. That to me is putting myself in a box. I just don't want to be a Nigerian DJ that DJs a Nigerian clubs. Because if I do that, then it's like, what about the other market? Like now being in Canada and being in a diverse city, I have to download a whole lot of soca music because it's Caribana weekend. And if I don't, I can, they're gonna come for me. I mean, being aware of, my job and like the things that I do, it says a lot because, for example, that Pop Champagne song is a very Nigerian song. And I don't think any Nigerian knows that song is timeless. But now that I listen to it, it's soca music. But that's what I'm saying. Like I've expanded my horizons in that sense because it's like the fact that I'm African, I can find all these in-depth songs that maybe only Nigeria people vibe to, but I bring it here and it's like, oh wow, this is a pretty dope song, right? And you can always relate it back and be like, just similarities between Afrobeats and dancehall and soca music and pretty much anything, right? Because at the end of the day, if we flew 30,000 kilometers across the world to just be the same person you were before, it makes no difference to me. Like, why did I come here? To be the same person I was 10 years ago? No. I came here to discover myself and find new ways to know who I am. And that's through, being diverse and being accepting to different things. I don't want to put myself in a box and be like, I can only go to Nigerian clubs. I can only listen to Nigerian music. No, why am I here then, right? Why have I come here, right? To educate people on my culture. How do I educate people on my culture? Not being only around people in my culture. That's how I see it. I'm starting a generation of my family in Canada, right? So I have to think about, like, I have to do this for whoever is coming after me, right? And, meeting people in university that, they tell me, oh, my dad came here from Vietnam, or my dad came here from, Jamaica when he was this age. And, I'm like, that's pretty much what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me a lot of hope to see that, like, I could be the one that someone talks about like that. As much as I want to pursue things for myself, I think that always grounds me because I'm starting a new generation of my family in a different country, and they're gonna create a different identity. And I don't know who I'm gonna marry. I don't know any of those stuff right now, but I think it's just knowing that that's the long-term goal, right? In terms of family orientation, there's a lot of long-term goals that I have, and in terms of just knowing what I want to do for my career and who I'm doing it for and what I'm doing it for is the reason why I would say that's why I'm here. Yeah. I go by the name DJ Jism, DJ, producer at night, product manager by day. I just want to let Africans and everybody know that it's possible to do both. Don't just throw your eggs all in one basket. Sometimes it is the case, but I'm doing both, and I have been doing both, and it's been successful, and I'm chiseling at it day by day. Life is happening, and hopefully in the next 10 years, you'll see me. You see me. You if you know, you know. Don't worry.
Nice.
You don't need to know what I'm gonna be doing. You will definitely see me.
Cool. I like that.